Welcome back to the channel. If you're dreaming of off-grid living, whether it's a tiny cabin in the woods or a homestead in the middle of nowhere, one thing you can't ignore is wastewater management. When you're off the grid, there's no municipal sewer system to handle your dirty water. So what do you do with it? Today we're diving into how to manage wastewater effectively, and more importantly, how to design a septic system that works for your off-grid lifestyle. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know the basics, the best practices, and a few pro tips to keep your system running smoothly. No plumbing degree required. Let's get started. First, let's talk about what wastewater actually is. In an off-grid home, wastewater comes from two main sources, gray water and black water. Gray water is the stuff from your sinks, showers, and washing machine. It's dirty, but not hazardous. Black water, on the other hand, comes from your toilet and contains human waste, so it needs careful handling. Managing these two types of water is the foundation of staying clean, safe, and sustainable off-grid. The goal? Keep wastewater from pooling around your property, contaminating your drinking water, or harming the environment. Poor wastewater management can lead to nasty smells, health risks, and even legal issues if local regulations apply. So, step one is knowing what you're dealing with. A typical off-grid household might produce 30 to 50 gallons of wastewater per person per day. That adds up fast, especially if you've got a family or guests. The good news? With the right system, you can handle it all. So how do you manage wastewater off-grid? You've got a few options depending on your budget, space, and comfort level. Let's break it down. Option 1. Separate gray water and black water. For gray water, you can set up a simple system to filter and reuse it, like irrigating non-edible plants. A basic gray water setup might include a barrel with a gravel and sand filter, letting the water percolate into the soil safely. It's low-cost and eco-friendly, but you'll need to avoid harsh chemicals like bleach in your soaps. For black water, a composting toilet is a game-changer. These don't use water, turning waste into compost over time. They're odor-free when maintained right, and you won't need a full septic system. Brands like Nature's Head or Sunmar are popular picks. Just empty the solids every few months and you're good. But if you want a traditional flush toilet, or if you're dealing with higher wastewater volumes, a septic system is the way to go. That's what most off-gridders rely on, and it's what we'll focus on next. Now, let's design the best septic system for off-grid living. A septic system has two main parts, the tank and the drain field. Here's how it works, and how to make it effective. First, the tank. This is where wastewater from your home flows. Solids settle to the bottom, forming sludge while oils float as scum. Bacteria break down some of this waste naturally, and the leftover liquid, called effluent, moves to the drain field. For an off-grid setup, size matters. A family of 4 might need a 1,000-gallon tank. Too small and it'll overflow, too big and it's overkill. Check local codes, but a good rule of thumb is 50 gallons per person per day, plus a buffer. Fiberglass or polyethylene tanks are lightweight and durable, perfect for remote installs. Next, the drain field, also called a leach field. This is a network of perforated pipes buried in gravel trenches. The effluent seeps out and the soil filters it naturally. Here's the key location. Pick a spot downhill from your well or water source, at least 100 feet away, to avoid contamination. The soil needs to drain well, not too sandy, not too clay heavy. You can test this by digging a hole, filling it with water, and timing how fast it drains. Aim for 1 to 6 inches per hour. Pro tip, add a diverter valve before the tank to switch between two drain fields. This lets one rest while the other works, doubling your system's lifespan. Also, keep water use low. Think low-flow fixtures to avoid overloading it. Once your septic system's in, maintenance is everything. Pump the tank every 3 to 5 years to remove sludge, hire a pro or use a portable pump if you're remote. Watch what goes down the drain. No grease, no wipes, no chemicals that kill the good bacteria. Use biodegradable soaps and skip the garbage disposal. A well-built septic system can last 20 to 30 years off-grid, keeping your homestead clean and compliant. Pair it with gray water recycling or a composting toilet, and you've got a hybrid setup that's tough to beat. That's it for today's guide to wastewater management and septic systems off-grid. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. What's your off-grid setup like? Until next time, stay sustainable and keep building your dream life. See you soon.